The Fayette County coroner tells me that they have now found all of the human remains that they were looking for. And if you take a look down here in that field, you can see crews are still working to collect additional evidence, trying to find anything that could help them identify this man. Crews from several counties have now been able to put this fire out completely. They are still behind me, though, working on some of those hot spots. Take a look. What you're looking at right now is Fort Logan Preschool. The crews talked to us with UK Police just a short time ago, and they released some new information in this investigation. They have now said that they've recovered the weapon that was used in this shots fired incident. They say it was an airsoft pistol. They also have given us pictures that show the men they are looking for. If you take a look, you can actually see a bullet hole in this liquor store here. The bullet actually went through the window. That news conference wrapped up just a short time ago behind me here at the Campbellsville Fire Department. The mayor and the chief of police gave us more information about what exactly led to 4 Campbellsville firefighters being hurt earlier on today. That crime bulletin stems from an attempted robbery reported last night here in the UK Student Center parking lot. A woman told University Police that she was attacked and assaulted by 3 women. Now, as you can see, that is not far from where many people are camped out for Big Blue Madness tickets.
Today, Beverly opened up exclusively to LEX-18's Josh Breslow about why he did it and what brought him to the bluegrass. That's the LEX-18 big story at 6.
Well, this is probably the most honest an inmate has ever been with me during an interview. Andrew Beverly is here in the Harlan County Jail, charged with murdering his wife. Beverly tells me he did it. Did you kill your estranged wife?
Yes, I did. I shot my wife.
From behind bars, Andrew Beverly describes what happened yesterday morning outside of his wife's home in Sevier County, Tennessee.
I really didn't mean to shoot my wife. I grabbed her and the gun, it went off. Didn't know where I hit her at, to be honest. I didn't know where I shot her at. When she was down on the ground, I went beside her and said, "Angela, are you all right?" She just didn't move.
Having previously lived and worked in Harlan County, Kentucky, Beverly says he took off toward the bluegrass.
I got some friends here that I wanted to see, so I thought I'd come here and see them.
Last night, the 45-year-old was arrested outside of a Harlan convenience store. As for what led to the shooting, Beverly says weeks ago he moved out of the home where he and his wife once lived. The suspect tells me he was angry to learn another man was now staying there.
There wasn't no intentions to shoot my wife. I mean, there wasn't no intentions at all. My intentions were really to shoot him for being in my house. I'm so sorry that it happened. I just wish God would take my life instead of her. I took hers, because she don't deserve that.
No word yet on when Beverly will be brought back to Tennessee. We're covering the news in Harlan County. From the LEX-18 mobile newsroom, back to you. That news conference wrapped up just a short time ago behind me here at the Campbellsville Fire Department. The mayor and the chief of police gave us more information about what exactly led to 4 Campbellsville firefighters being hurt earlier on today. Here is what we can now tell you. According to investigators, the Campbellsville firefighters were helping with the university band's ALS Ice Bucket Challenge on campus around 11 this morning. Police say 41-year-old fire captain Tony Grider and 22-year-old firefighter Simon Quinn were in the bucket part of an aerial ladder truck that was being used in the event. The event came to an end and the firefighters were moving the extended apparatus part of that truck back to its travel position. It appears there was no contact with any power line. However, investigators say they crossed what they call the, quote, electric energy threshold of an overhead power line, causing an electric arc to strike both firemen. Assuming control of the apparatus from the ground, 2 other firefighters received electric shocks from the current traveling down the extended ladder. Both of those men were treated at a local hospital and quickly released. Grider and Quinn, though, were taken to University of Louisville's burn unit with injuries that were classified as, quote, life-threatening. No word on their conditions. Here's what the chief of police in Campbellsville had to say during a news conference just a short time ago.
Extended ladder apparatus came within what I would refer to as a threshold where the electric energy surrounds these high-powered wires, and an arc occurred, striking the 2 occupants, Grider and Quinn, who were in the bucket.
Many people on campus, students included, witnessed that horrific accident earlier on today. LEX-18's Jennifer McGraw continues our LEX-18 Big Story team coverage with their reaction. Yeah, Chris Dia, crews talked to us with UK police just a short time ago, and they released some new information in this investigation. They have now said that they've recovered the weapon that was used in this shots fired incident. They say it was an airsoft pistol. They also have given us pictures that show the men they are looking for. Take a look at these pictures. According to UK police, they show the 6 guys that officers say they caught on surveillance video dumping the airsoft pistol used in this shots fired situation. One of those men, by the way, is wearing a mask in that picture. Investigators hope someone out there will recognize these guys and give them a call. This situation all played out around 9:30 last night at Kerwin Blanding Complex on campus. Witnesses say they heard what sounded like several gunshots, then everyone took off running. Students were asked to stay inside as UK and Lexington police used K-9 units to try to track down the gunman. No injuries were reported, and now again police are telling us it was an airsoft pistol that was used.
It could sound like a real weapon when it's fired, as well as the 2 witnesses saw this also said that they heard the gun go off and then heard it hit something. So they felt like it was a real situation.
And this is another look at those men that police are looking for. We are told they could be charged with wanton endangerment and with terroristic threatening. Now, back out here live, if you do have any information as to who these men are, contact UK police immediately. We're covering the news live in Lexington. From the LEX-18 mobile newsroom, back to you.
Josh, thanks.
In one town in the western part of the Bluegrass, it's more commonly called the Hillbilly Beast. Josh Breslow has tonight's Mystery Monday.
Fields, creeks, wooded areas. They cover a large part of the Bluegrass, and in Henderson County's Geneva community, it seems something mysterious could be living among them.
I leaned my head out and you could hear that.
They're the sounds Amy Long claims she heard one night in the late 80s. At the time, Long and her fiance were in their car along Kentucky 2260.
We started smelling this really foul odor. It was like a musty, moldy rug. You could see something standing there, and it had these big, huge, orangish, yellowy eyes.
Standing at nearly 8 feet tall and covered in hair, Long says what the couple witnessed was a legendary Sasquatch. And Long isn't alone. There are people all across Kentucky who claim to have seen the same thing or something fairly similar. KentuckyBigfoot.com features dozens of reported sightings dating back decades. Those include about a dozen in Henderson County alone, referred to as the Hillbilly Beast or Geneva Giant. These drawings from Bart Nunley's website depict exactly what Long says she's seen countless other times since, usually in the spring and fall.
We call it a Sasquatch. Okay. We call it Squatch, Squatchy.
It's no surprise officials with Kentucky Fish and Wildlife are skeptical. In 2010, Tim Farmer told the History Channel it's probably a black bear.
Now, some of these bears get pretty big. They can stand up. You know, when they stand up, they look huge. And there are variations of color.
You are 100% sure that it is not a black bear?
I am 150% sure that it is not a black bear.
While there's no evidence to back up Long's claim, she says she's certain of what she saw and hopes to see again.
Just because they haven't seen it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. You know, you don't see air, but it exists.
For Mystery Monday, Josh Breslow, LEX-18 News.